This model kit review is of the Petlyakov Pe-3, and this is a World War II plane. It's a 1/48 scale model by MPM, and looks like it's going to have some resin details. Looking to see if there are any other pictures. No other pictures of the plane. Let's open up and have a look at what we have inside the box. We have our resin parts. Some nice details there. Probably the inside of our cockpit. Lots and lots of little pieces here with lots of detail. And same thing for this here. Here's our seat. And lots of extra little pieces here or there. Our exhausts. The nice thing about these exhausts is that with the resin is that they have those holes already drilled out. Here are decals, reasonable quality, not too many of them. And here we have our fuselage, which is got a giant scratch on it. I need to get sanded out. We have some recessed power lines. They're not very deep, and no other real detail there. Looks like this has already been glued in. This is probably our cockpit area. It's been glued in already. Some detail on the inside there, and the same on this side. Here's our cockpit canopy, fairly well molded. We also have this here, and I don't really know what that one's going to be for. Here's our main wing. This is part of the wheel well, and the engine nacelles are going to go on here. We have recessed panel lines, but no real rivet lines. Here's our engine nacelles with some detail. The quality of molding is not that great, as you can see there. Here's our landing gear with some mold lines on there. Same on this one, you can see these mold lines on the side. Let's have a look here. Here we have other parts of the engine nacelles. I'll have to have a look here because here's the other side. And we have our propeller spinners. Most of the molding quality is not that great. We have this piece, it looks like it fell off. Let's have a look at our wings. And this is the top surface of the wing. This actually has some better molding with some more detail. Here are our wheels with a piece of plastic over the... This looks like this whole plastic ran all the way across there. Probably when it was still liquid. Here's our stabilizer and our tails. And we're part of the canopy here. Our tail wheel, bulkhead, propellers and spinners. Here are the actual propellers, and some bulkheads for inside. Here's the instructions. So the first thing we have here is we have the parts listing. And there's all the resin parts here. So we start off with the cockpit. As you can see, there's going to be a fair amount of detail, mostly from the resin parts, including the gunner area. And you put together parts inside the fuselage. And the guns are put in, then the cockpit's put in with the bulkheads, and the fuselage is glued together. That's the tail wheel well. So here's our, so I guess it depends whether you want the one-seater or two-seater version. And here putting on some additional parts, including the windows, the gunner area, and the tail, the fuselage. And then we put together the wings and stabilizer. Engine nacelles go together. Those are then all glued onto the fuselage. Here's the other option to do it. Looks like we might have possibly some brakes. Landing gear then put on, as well as the wheel well covers. Here's our tail wheel assembly, and then propellers, exhausts, and canopy going on. Here's the other option if you wanted a larger version or two-seater version. So here's our painting and decal guide. We had some reasonable level of decals there, showing you where to put them. And here's the other option there. And finish option here. And another finish option with the shorter cockpit. So all in all, molding quality is not great, but a fair amount of detail, and especially with the resin parts, that makes up for all the detail.